Hello, or should I say, good evening. Today we're going to make a spooky scarecrow, so be prepared to use simple shapes and lines to make a scary good work of art. Sorry about that. I don't know what got into me there. All jokes aside, let's get started. Start by drawing a U shape that's about 2 finger spaces apart. This should be above halfway on your piece of paper. After that, we're going to draw a hat for our scarecrow, so you're going to want to make an arch above that. Connect 2 small curves to the side of the U shape for the bottom rim of the hat. Once you've added the rim of the hat, I like to draw a little curve above to make it look like the rim has some thickness to it. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but it's a nice little detail to add. To draw the top of the hat, you will want to draw 2 slanted lines. Follow along with me as I draw this part. Remember, you can always pause the video or go back if you need to. Make 1 small curve for the band of the hat. Now it's time to move on to the body. We're going to draw each shoulder with a straight line. Think of simple shapes like squares. We're going to make the body into a square or a rectangle shape. Try not to draw the rectangle too low on your paper because we have to have room for the legs. To create the arms for our scarecrow, all we have to do is draw a rectangle on both sides. I'm going to add straw on the end of both arms. This makes it look like hands, but it's also straw because that's how farmers actually would stuff the scarecrows, right? Now it's time to move on to the legs. You're going to draw a slanty line down to make 1 pant leg, and then we're going to make an upside down V shape, or it kind of looks like the letter A in the center there. And then we're going to connect to the other side of the rectangle for the body. Again, we're going to add some straw so that it looks like some feet. And once we've done that, we're going to need to add 2 vertical lines for the pole for the scarecrow to be placed on. So these are the basics you need for the scarecrow. We do need to draw some grass at the bottom of the pole that the scarecrow is on so that it looks like it's somewhere in space. We need it to be sitting somewhere, okay? So now what we can do is we can add some extra details to our scarecrow to make him look more interesting. This is where the creativity part comes into play. So as you're going about adding some extra details to your scarecrow, don't feel like you have to copy me. You can make your face look different, you can add different details that I don't add, or you could do just what I do if you feel more comfortable doing that. Once you've got all the details you want on your scarecrow, we need to make the ground more solid. So what you'll do is you're going to pick a place lower on your paper and draw a horizontal line. This is known as the horizon line. This separates the sky from the ground. Once you have the horizon line placed somewhere, you can start adding other details. For instance, I'm drawing corn stalks, That's something that a scarecrow would actually scare birds away from, right? Speaking of which, you could add crows into your picture. Feel free to change up all of the details in the background. I'm just doing what comes to my head, but you might have some totally different ideas. So I want to see what kind of creativity you can come up with. While I'm going to be using watercolors to make my picture, you don't have to use watercolors. You could use markers, crayons, colored pencils, all kinds of different things to make your picture look different and unique just the way you want it to be. All right, now that the drawing is done, it's time for painting. Remember, you don't have to use the same thing that I'm using. Watercolor is just a great option because it's quicker for me to do, all right? So let's find out what it looks like when it's all done with color. Well, there it is. I hope you had a scary good time doing this piece of art with me. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel and remember to keep up to date with the newest lessons and tutorials that I put on. Thanks so much and have a great day.